Hi guys, this is Fred with Wooden Welding. I wanted to show you my latest project, my topper for my '08 Chevy pickup. And the goal of this topper, being such a small space, was to carry pretty much everything I need to do a job, and to not have to move stuff out of the way to get to something, because all my work is different. I never have the same job twice, it seems like. So this was my attempt to do that. So today I'm loading her up. This is the left-hand toolbox. There was no toolbox here, so I built that out of plywood. And I didn't have much room, so I made a series of boxes for my fasteners and my chemicals. So it seemed to work out pretty good. I've got everything labeled so I can get to it pretty fast, and it's got pretty much all the basic stuff that I would need to get started on something. And if there was a job that came up that was quick, I should have what I need. This is the right side toolbox. This came with the topper, and it's metal. I put all my hand power tools, laser level, and nailers, stuff like that in there. Okay, that leads us to the heart of the storage system. Let's take a look at what's inside. I rebuilt both these doors, and I've got a video set up to kind of show you how I did that. That's my son Kevin. We're pulling out the toolboxes. I get about 7 feet of length that comes out with the toolboxes. And this drawer right here is about 6 feet of storage. That'll house my vacuum table saw and miter saw and the compressor. I just leave the compressor in the truck. There's a side view with everything pulled out. Everything was really low, close tolerance, and to get all this stuff in there, and to make it work. This is the track saw. Tracks up against that wall right there, and that compartment's for my miter saw stand. That's wheels I embedded into that upper drawer to help me move it in and out with all that weight on it. So I'll push that in. We'll take a look at the toolboxes. This is my main toolbox here. I made that 3 levels on the front end. My pliers, my screwdrivers, and miscellaneous stuff up top. Down below I've got a lot of my drill bits, router bits, router accessories, my Craig pocket hole tools, and my layout tools. In the back I got some hammers, and some bars. And this is the other drawer here. Inserts for my table saw. This will be for supplies for jobs. In the back I've got extension cords, air hose, bungees. That's my levels. There's no rollers on these drawers. I put furniture sliding discs on the bottom. And Kevin, he's got the light one, but he's having a hard time. There you go. Yeah, they slide in and out pretty good. This here is a plug for a power cord that powers up my battery chargers, my pencil sharpener, my compressor. And you can see the battery chargers working. There's the pencil sharpener, and I got a shelf up there for batteries that are charged. And the blue cord is going to my compressor. There's my power strip. And underneath here, that's a floating shelf for my bench. This is my workbench. This is a Polk workbench. A guy named Ron Polk designed this, and I built it. I've been using it for about a year, and it's been a game changer for me. I've got a built-in router table, and you can see all the dog holes. This is the miter stand. This is also Ron's design, and that holds my fast tool saw. And I can have a extension wing on the other side too. It makes it about 19.5 feet for doing long moldings or something like that. And the Sawhorses, as you can see, hold a lot of wood. So I'm going to start loading the inside. And the first thing on that top shelf is going to be the vacuum. Now the miter saw goes up. I have 2 bolts that hold it onto the bench, and they don't take anything to get off. Now the extension wing, that just pops right off and stores under the bench with the other wing. And that bench is a total of 6 foot 6 inches. Now I'll slide that drawer in and get ready to put the miter bench in its spot. Now that I've got the miter bench in, I'll put the table saw on that floating shelf, and then that'll be full. One thing that I should have done was take the fence off. because it's going to hamper me putting the wood sawhorses in, but I take care of that at the end. I might have about a ½ inch of clearance, all that with all that stuff on there. But it seemed to work out pretty good. It's about 19½ inches from the lip of the door, which is about an eighth. It gives me about an 1/8 inch for the clearance for that miter saw, which is one reason why I had to bring everything to such tight tolerances. Now it's time for the workbench. So I'll take one of the miter saw sawhorses and put it in back of the truck to help me stabilize the bench. So I got to take the router out of the bench, and then I pull it apart. I've got a bolt on each end that I hold the two parts of the bench together with, and the table saw pipes are part of the bench. As you can see, I got about an 1/8 inch clearance between that upper drawer and the top of the bench, but it doesn't touch. These are my sacrificial strips that I put on top of the bench when I'm cutting wood on top of it so I don't mar the bench surface. They slide right in the bench slot there. Now I'm getting set up to put the other side in. These bench halves don't weigh too much, they're all 1/2 inch plywood. But the sawhorse does help in this situation. And the sawhorses are next. They fit right in between the two benches. And the last thing is the wood sawhorses, which stack up on top of the table saw very nicely. That's my adjuster for my extension wings on the miter saw. There's 2 of those and 2 main sawhorses. And that's it. She's all in.